Yeah. Hi, this is Bob with another one of my firsts, and tonight, a couple years ago, I got a picture of some ghosts that I thought on my camera at Gettysburg when I went camping. So tonight, I decided to go all out and do my first ever ghost walk in Gettysburg. We're a week before Halloween, and we're going to go do a back alley ghost walk tonight with Haunted Gettysburg Tours. So come along with me for my first ever ghost tour.
I got it in the car.
This is Danielle. She's the host for our ghost walk tonight. First of all, have you guys ever seen any ghosts on your ghost walk?
Haven't seen any ghosts, but we have seen photographs of ghosts.
Okay, you've seen photographs
Yes,
of ghosts.
we have.
Okay.
We've had tons of people catch photographs on the tours.
Oh, okay. So you've gotten photographs of
Yes.
ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
So anything really scary on those photographs, or?
Some interesting things, yes. I mean, it's scary is a relative term, so it's just, you know, what scares you, what doesn't. It doesn't really scare me. So.
And what made you decide to become a ghost walk tour guide?
I've always been interested in the paranormal, and this just works with my schedule.
Okay. And are you able to pin anybody down to the mat like Ric Savage is?
That's a different kind of tour, and I won't answer that question now.
Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, amaze your friends, impress your pals. Come to Steinway Avenue, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, to Haunted Gettysburg Tour. See Ric Savage, get crazy, Gettysburg, all night long, baby.
Thank you,
Or
sir.
something like that.
Now, the entirety of this stream bed was very important during the Battle of Gettysburg. This area right now that we're standing in now, however, was known as no man's land. Has anybody ever come across that in their reading? Mm-hmm. It's a very small blurb. It's kind of hard to find. You really have to dig for it. Now, you are standing in essentially what was a kill box in 1863. If you can imagine, you've got your Union soldiers up on the hill. You've got your Confederates converging from this area. They're starting to meet right here. This is a very bad place for you to be in, as can be attested to all the bodies found on Mr. Rupp's property after the battle. Now, when soldiers were injured, they were brought down to the stream bed because it was a source of water. They could lay low, await the stretcher bearers to come and collect them. However, the stretcher bearers could not come and collect the wounded in this area because there was so much heavy fighting and firing. Now, there is one recorded exception to this, however. It happened a little bit further downstream, roughly the end of our parking lot, because my research says the area behind Tommy's Pizza. Tommy's Pizza is on the other side of the Dobbin house, so that puts it roughly at the end of our parking lot. The second day of battle, a private from the 73rd of Ohio took a bullet to his right hip. That night, as he lay in the stream bed, his cries for help were so great that a musician from the same unit picked up a rifle, braved enemy fire, and pulled him to safety. He was taken to a field hospital here in town. However, that private did not survive his wounds, and he died July 10th. His name was George Nixon III, and he was great-grandfather of future President Richard Nixon. Wow. He is buried in our cemetery. If you guys want to try to find him before you leave, feel free. I'm sure he waits you there. He's got nothing else. 1863, it was owned by the Heck family. Now, when it came to the Battle of Gettysburg and you found out Confederates were coming into town, you had two choices. You hid in your cellar, or you left town. At the time, there was only a small crawl space under the house, so that was not a choice for the Heck family, so they left town. You can say they got the heck out of town.
Oh.
Don't groan, that joke writes itself. Get out at all? Okay, if you're at the top of Little Round Top and you look at the bottom of the hill, over to the left there's a huge pile of boulders, looks like a small mountain. That's the Devil's Den. Now out there is a photograph, one of the most famous photographs taken from the Battle of Gettysburg. You may have seen it in museums or in magazines. It's called The Sharpshooter. Now this photograph was taken by a gentleman named Alexander Gardner. He's a very famous battlefield photographer. Now the thing about this gentleman is, as this picture and other of Mr. Gardner's pictures started circulating around the U.S., people started to notice that this gentleman was in an awful lot of pictures of Gettysburg. So if he was a dead sharpshooter at the top of the Devil's Den, how was he all over Gettysburg? Well, when people did some digging, they found out that when Mr. Gardner and his associates arrived here in town, most of the bodies had already been cleaned up. They came across this poor gentleman laying on the battlefield. They put him on a blanket and they drug him from location to location and posed him to make more dramatic battlefield photos. I know, right? Now, the thing about him, though, is people still report seeing him today, but they still only see him through their camera lens and only at the Devil's Den. You'll be out there taking pictures of the landscape. You'll see him looking at you through your camera. You put your camera down, he's gone. Put it back up, there he is still looking at you, posing for photographs still today. So if you're lucky enough, you may be able to catch him next time you're out there.
All right. Ooh, that was a very good ghost tour, by the way. Thanks to everybody at Haunted Gettysburg for doing this, especially Danielle, who was our hostess, I guess. I don't know what the...
Storyteller.
Storyteller, thank you. I was a little skeptical at first, but they provided a lot of unique experiences on this trip, and I would recommend anybody who comes back to Gettysburg does the Haunted Gettysburg tours if they do it, because it was very good. That's another one of my firsts here, folks. And I got to meet Ric Savage, too.
Just say hi. What's up, baby?
Oh, are we in there? You got it? Hold on.
I like this site, actually. I mean, it's small.
It is. Our camper. And we got Denny Moore beef stew cooking for camp for dinner. Yum, yum, yum. There he is, the Headless Horseman. See you later.
Beautiful horse.
Oh, you forgot your head. Yep. It's the Lone Ranger. At least he's got his head on.
I'm the Lone Ranger.
Wilbur.
I keep that head on. And there's a little Wilbur in me too.
I think it's a video. Yes, it is a video. Ooh, trigger happy. Where are your guns, trigger happy?
Some gold, man. Where's your other gun?
Over there. Good chopping, man. All right, here's the last strike. Hey, good job, man. Hold them logs up for Dad.
Hello. Hello.
You chopped that wood, man. Daniel's first. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Stop it, Dad.
Daniel chopped his first wood.